Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today's lecture will be super interesting. We're going to look into mouse events. There are a couple of mouse events that I'm going to show it to you. And there are these two. I hope you are going to do this as a homework because they're very similar to this first two. Okay, so first things first, create DOM lecture number 6, link it in your index.html, and let's start working here. So copy this one. Now let's read what's this event about. So event is fired at the element when a pointing device like a mouse is initially moved into that element or hotspot. So make sure that you should put here into. Now, I'm going to target with a query selector two DOM elements. The first one will be this header, which has a class, where it is, of header, and the second one will be the button, right? That we already have done it in the previous lecture. So var add btn, that will be equal to the document dot query selector, and we're gonna target the class add btn. Now var, not avr, var header, and this will be document dot query selector, and the class was header. Very nice. So now I need to create a function here, but before the function, let's create the event. So let's add the event listener. So header dot add event listener, and I want to say I want to use the mouse enter. Right here, mouse enter, and here comes the function. But let's create a function that will be for all of the events. So the name will be catch event, right? This function is not created yet, and I'm just going to put it here, and I will say function for catching all of the event types. Now this function will print out what is the name of this event, right? And that is very easy because function catch event, has access to the event object, and we can just console log the event object and say the event type is, and we're gonna say e dot type. That is pretty much it. Oops. What is happening? Resident is not defined. Catch event. Yes, because I misspelled that one. Now it's gonna work. Very good. Make sure you don't have any errors here. Now, so I've added event listener from a type mouse enter, and I specified this function. So what basically we'll do when we, as the cursor, the mouse cursor, when it goes to the hotspot or the inside this element, and it should fire this event. So let's see, bam, that's mouse enter. So we are entering inside. So if I go back again, see there is a 2. If I go back again, 3. Nice. So that is the first one. Let's do the second one. The second one will be mouse leave, and we just need to change this one here. So this is totally opposite than the first one. So we are entering like this, and when we are leaving the hotspot, it should fire out, right? Bam, 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 bam. That is super cool. Now the number 3 and 4, you can do it as a homework because they're very similar. Now we will do mouse, I'm just gonna copy this, mouse up and mouse down. And I'm not gonna use the entire explanation. So mouse up event is fired when we release the mouse or trackpad on the selected element. Ooh, let's see this. This is gonna be interesting, right? And so I am going to do this on the add btn because I need to press, right? I need to press on that button. So it's not going to be similar to this event, mouse enter, mouse leave, right? Okay, so I'm just going to copy the same, just going to copy the same thing here. And instead of the header, use add btn, very good. And it will be mouse up. And that will catch the event. So look at what will happen. Click here first to select this. So mouse enter and leave, they're already working, but let's click here. And when I release, there you go, the mouse up. Probably it's better idea to comment out everything that we have done so far, right? So click, hold it, then when you release, mouse up is there. Now the mouse up and mouse down are again totally opposite. So let's do this. Maybe I should put first this one, then this one, but it's okay. So when I press this button, oops, and I didn't change it, mouse down, make sure that you change it. Now when you click on this button, the mouse down event type will be fired, and when I release, the mouse up event will be fired. Okay, now this is super cool, and we're pretty much almost done. Now mouse move. Okay, this I will do it again on the header. So event is fired when we are moving the mouse on a selected DOM. So for example here, when I enter inside, it will say mouse enter. When I go outside, it will say mouse leave, but only when I do those two things. So mouse move is when I just move the cursor, so it's giving us a different coordinates. Remember the coordinates we did last time? Okay, so we can access those coordinates. So let's change this function a little bit here, but first let's call this number 7 and was mouse move. So what we are going to do is I'm going to copy this, make sure you change here mouse move. Okay, and it will fire like this, but you will not be able to see what I'm trying to say. Now here what I'm going to say is if e.type is equal to what? Mouse, this one, mouse move. Then what I want to do is I want to console log the coordinates, the x, which will be plus e dot offset x, and the other one will be, and like this, y plus e dot offset of y. Very good. Now let's see what will happen. So when I enter inside, I want to see the coordinates here, and when I just try to move inside the header, I want to see the coordinates changing because I'm moving the cursor. Very good. Looks what's happening. This is super cool, right? Actually, it's kind of interesting. So if you want to do something with these random numbers, then you're welcome. If you have done some mathematical functions using random numbers, please try them and share it with us, right? You can even create a background color that is going to be random. So change the color of the header based on this movement. So yeah, because the color they're using RGBA or whatever. So make sure that you find something on the internet that is gonna put this one into use, these random numbers, and practice, because practicing will make you perfect. Now, thank you for watching this lecture. And that is pretty much it about the mouse events. We covered most of them. These two, just you can do it on yourself, right? They're pretty much similar to this one, only one difference, and yeah, you need to find that on your own. And the page for that was, there you go, this page, right? The Mozilla. So you can read more about those events there. Okay, I will see you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Bye.